All right, we are recording. Yay! Okay, so thank you everybody for hopping on this special Zoom that we planned. We were gonna interview Jen last night, but Kim Kane opened up her team call with top leader Morgan Martin on there too. So we thought maybe we'll listen to that one for our team call and then redo this one for tonight so everybody can hear from Jen because she's amazing too. Okay, so Jen has consistently been the top enroller on the team since she decided to go for it. And she has just been doing amazing things, enrolling a lot of customers, enrolling team members, and just being consistent. And I just wanted to interview her to see, you know, maybe some tips and tricks that she's doing that we can learn from for ourselves. Maybe we're, you know, we know what to do, but we're not really doing it consistently, and hearing from her will help motivate you, you know, that you can also do this too. So like for example, this month already she's gotten 5 loyal customers and a distributor already. So she's almost completed her steps to success, which is 4 loyal customers and 3 distributors. Last month she enrolled 18 loyal customers and a distributor, and the month prior she enrolled 10 loyal customers and 3 distributors. So I just want to hear from her because she's just been doing amazing and wanted to share her tips with you guys. So Jen, can you tell us a little bit about you, where you're from, a little bit about like your story?
Sure. So I'm from Grayling. It's really small and cold. I started this business because I wanted some keto coffee. I kept seeing her post about the keto coffee and I'd message her and then I wouldn't respond. And then I finally was like, I need something. What do I do every day? I drink a cup of coffee. So I'm going to try it. I'm going to switch. And of course, the curious person and entrepreneur in me was like, oh, we have kids half off and I can get a bag of coffee. $10 more, I'm going to do the business. For the first 2 months, I didn't do anything with the business as far as just do anything, but I kept like kind of keeping an eye on it. Well, then Crystal wanted to hop on and talk about how fast I could possibly promote and kind of gave me some tips and said she'd walk, you know, closely with me. And so I was like, all right, let's see what you got. And when I started to post, it was amazing. It was like, I used to laugh, like me and my husband were like, whoever thought you'd be a coffee salesman, you know?
Did she cut out for anybody else or just me? Hello, hello.
Now almost, I'm excited and I appreciate you having me on because I'm just a normal person. I'm like, I'm not doing anything special, but I do understand seeing somebody else do it. It really does make a difference and I just enjoy it. So
Awesome. So, okay, so one thing I want to tell you guys is she is from Grayling. Okay, the reason I found her is because my husband's from Grayling. So, you know, we kind of had some mutual friends through, well, we didn't have mutual friends before we met, but after we met, you know, I became friends with some of his friends. So we were on Facebook. So then I started adding a bunch of people from Grayling because, you know, I had some friends on my friends list from Grayling. So we have a lot of mutuals. So I have a lot of people on my Facebook from Grayling, and it's so crazy how many people from Grayling say that they can't do this because Grayling, like, people don't have money. And my, actually it's funny because my mother-in-law, every time I see her, we talk about, like, she brings up, you know, how are you doing with the business or whatever, you know, when I tell her, and she just always says, well, I don't think I would be good at it just because there's nobody in Grayling that has money. And I'm just like, my top enroller on my team lives in Grayling. Like, that's not an excuse. So it doesn't matter where you're from. You know, we have Facebook that in how many other different countries, like 25 or 26 different countries now. So you're not confined to just your area because of social media. So just wanted to point that out real quick. And okay, Lori said, Jen, do you outside of the home? I think she meant, do you work outside of the home tell us a little bit about like what you do.
Yeah, so I work part-time for hospice. I am a volunteer coordinator. It is actually a really awesome job because I'm pretty flexible. I get to like make my own hours. I have about 20 hours I have to get a week. And, I'm pretty flexible with when I can work those hours. But, I don't have somebody over my shoulder all the time. So it does make a difference. They're not technically monitoring if I'm posting on Facebook or if I'm, like some places you just can't have your phone. So I definitely understand how that would be a little bit harder. I do have the flexibility, but I do work 20 hours a week outside of the home. And like I said, I can kind of flex it. So if like I posted the other day, one of the, I think it was a cookie post. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but like Crystal posts these posts in the units. And so I've been going through and kind of like looking to see what's down there, and filtering through to kind of like just kind of broaden my horizon a little bit. And I put that on there and I had so many people post. By the time I got home, I was like, oh my gosh, I have a full days of work for me. But when you see that, you can't help but get excited that 57 people posted on your thing and you're like, oh my gosh, this could really make me some customers, So I always get really excited about it, and it doesn't really tend to be work, but it just, like I said, I kind of try to do a post in the morning or something and then kind of get to it when I can. So, but yeah, I do work, like I said, 20 hours a week, but it's a little flexible. It's not a full-time position. So it's been really nice to have that.
Yeah, definitely. I know when I first started, I worked this business when I was working full-time, 40 hours a week for 2 years. And I worked this business on the side. And I just really, I would try to get up early or at least listen to some sort of, personal development YouTube video or something while I was getting ready for work or on my drive. So I would at least get that in the morning. And then at lunchtime, instead of, chatting with friends, eating lunch, or just eating lunch and not doing anything or scrolling on Facebook, I would actually be intentional and work my business. You could get up a post like she was doing, like a post about the drawing or whatever, and then get a bunch of comments, let that, comments build up throughout the day. And then when you get home, you can, go through and message those people. So there's a lot of different ways to fit it in. So tell us a little bit about like kind of what does your day look like, and what are the different things that are like non-negotiable for you that you feel like you have to get done every single day?
So I don't know if all of you know, but we do this group. I think it's like Sprint to our challenge, and every day they post a podcast or something positive and uplifting in there, or something that's really going to just catch your attention. And we got to kind of listen to it. It's personal development. You get that right out of the way. I mean, she posts it. Kenzie's on it, man. She gets on there and she posts that right in the morning. And I'm like, dang, man, I'm just waking up, So she gets in there and, I get to work, drop the kids off. I'll get to work. I'll just immediately plug my headphones in again. I have a flexible work environment. So when I'm sitting at the computer, I just plug it in and we'll listen to it and then do whatever I'm doing on the computer, answer my emails and stuff. And you're supposed to leave your aha. And so like what you take away from it, but it kind of pumps you up, starts you off in the morning. So definitely doing that. And then like absolute must-haves. If I don't do anything at all for a day or something, I have to at least add people. You have to go and suggest a friend and just grow your network, because if you have a post and you don't get any hits off it and you're like, shh, this sucks, because it happens. There's days where people just are busy and it sucks. Just add people. I always tell my team, like, just add people like 2 or 3 days, even if you have to, but just consistently add and then try again, because those people who became your friends have never seen that post. So if you just post, hey, I'm interested in $100, or if you're interested in do it, all of a sudden that post just starts going do. And it's been hard with the $100 post a little bit because I get a lot of repeat people. So they want to post and post and post. So I've literally been, you guys, on this business for almost a year, and I have made all of my customers from one post. I stuck to keto coffee. Like that was it. I did the keto coffee post for almost a year, and I made myself to Ruby that way, and it's been tremendous. So until they started saying, okay, I want more posts, and you can add them into the drawing more than one time, then I'm doing the hair, skin, and nails. And, so it's not only hitting their wall once, it's hitting their wall 2 or 3 times. And, you're hitting 600 or 700 people at least, depending, by one post. And maybe they weren't interested in coffee, but they might like that hair, skin, and nails. And so it's pretty cool when they, come back and post for you. So that's always a good thing. If they ask to post more